Go live on YouTube first, and then we're going to get going. Good morning, VIP Aaron. Good morning, YouTube, and good morning, TikTok. You are watching live with LWL Lindsay with love. Today is Wednesday. Wow, Wednesday, April 9th, 2025. If you are new to my channel, welcome. I'm here to raise the frequency of the planet, and I do that by reminding you all about your energy through many different tools, through subconscious reprogramming, through releasing limiting beliefs inside the cosmic collective, through understanding your chakra system, through your astrology. There are many ways to learn yourself, learn your energy, and actually get into a program, create a program within your body, within your mind, within your aura that leads you to success. So welcome. If you are new here, you might want to hit the follow button if that sounds interesting to you. Thank you for the friendship necklace, VIP Aaron. I appreciate that. And for the donuts, good morning. All right, let's take a deep breath in through the nose, belly nice and full. Letting it go out of the mouth. Good morning. Today is the day that my first new YouTube video posts after working with my coach. I'm very excited. I'm also very like, oh my gosh, I have 11 more videos to make, and he has not replied to me yet. So what the heck? We've got things to do, coach. I suppose I'm in divine order and I should just let it be. Good morning, VIP Deborah. Good morning, Katie. Thank you for the heart me. Thank you, thank you. Thank you for sharing the live with more than 5 friends. Good morning, Sarah. Okay, so today we are talking consistency. As you guys know, it took me a long time to find my discipline. It took me a very long time. And then it took me a long time to find consistency. And the biggest takeaway that I've learned so far about consistency in my life personally, and it's confirmed by many different kind of subconscious mind and like thought leaders, philosophers, is this. You do not need to take some big, giant action every single day to create your best life. You simply need to do something every single day. One small thing. Walk 1 mile every single day. You know, go live on TikTok for an hour every single day. Make 1 TikTok post every single day. 1 post. Now, if you're an overthinker, it could be 5 hours of your life. But if you're like, after a while, you get into the habit of it, it takes 2 seconds, right? 1 small action, small action, small action. The key word is small because people hype themselves up and they say, oh my gosh, I have to do all these things now. I'm going to have to change my whole life. It's like, no, just pick 1 area. Pick 1 area of your life that you want to be better at and take consistent action for 6 months and see what happens. And then if your life changes in some beautiful way in that area of life, and probably other areas, right? Say you're focused in on your health for 6 months. When you're focused in on your health, especially your mental health, your energetic health, your emotional health, then all of a sudden, everything else shifts in your reality. It's not just your health, right? So thank you for the mic drop, VIP Deborah. Thank you for the heart me. Thank you guys for all the interaction already in the live. So it's like, it's a ripple effect, right? So say you do want it to be your physical health, and say you decide that you're going to walk 2 miles every single day to get a little trimmed up for summertime. Okay, great. Then maybe you lose 20 pounds and now all of a sudden you're more confident, and because you're more confident, you're showing up at work in a different way. Because you're showing up at work in a different way, your boss is like, hey, something is really, you know, you've really amped it up. We're going to give you a promotion. Boom. 1 small action can lead to a billion new things. So let's not psych ourselves out. I say this, but maybe you don't want to listen to me. So I've taken some of the experts' advice, and we're going to talk about Simon Sinek today. He was first kind of on the scene way back in the day when TED Talks were like, I don't know if TED Talks are still a thing, but when TED Talks came out, he was like one of the first TED Talkers, I think. And he talks about start with why. And I think he wrote a book about it too. And I'm pretty sure he's written other books at this point, and I'm pretty sure I own them. I just don't know all the titles in my brain right now at this moment. VIP Deborah says domino effect 100%. VIP Brenda is in the house. Thank you for the rose. Let's see. All right, lots of moving and grooving. Tony, good morning. Good morning, Tony. Welcome to the chat. All right, you guys. I saw lots of interaction in the Cosmic Collective yesterday. I was in, like, all of you guys were like, the energy is lifted. And I was like, oh my gosh, I'm in like slow mode. So I will reply this morning. I saw it last night late. My partner got home at 5. We were both having an off day, and we decided to totally disconnect from internet And we sat on the balcony and listened to some music and chit-chatted and just like listened to the birds and watched the leaves and kind of watched the clouds. It was really nice and it was much needed. So I will catch up with that today for you guys. This is really tall. Hold on one second. There we go. I think that's better. Okay. Ooh, I love Simon. VIP Erin says, I make my students watch and read him in some classes. Yeah, super powerful. He is a smart man. So we're going to talk about him today. I'm going to share with you some things I heard from him, of course, on YouTube. Every morning when I get my steps in, I find a YouTube video that's uplifting, that's motivational, that gives me something to share with you. Perhaps you've never seen this video, perhaps you've never heard these words. So here I am relaying them to you. And in the background, I'm doing all my own creation as well. Life is a little bit wild lately. Hello, Trish. Welcome to the chat. Thank you for the follow. Okay, Simon Sinek says that, KK, welcome to the chat. Thank you for the follow. He says, intelligence is not enough. Ooh, ouch. He says, talent is overrated. He said, think about it. You know really smart people that just kind of hanging out. Now, maybe that's their idea of success and maybe that's what they've decided. You also know super talented people that they're never seen, right? And maybe that is their idea of success. And so this isn't a judgment. This is an awareness conversation as always. It's simply an awareness. But if your idea of success is to move and groove, to create your best reality, and that typically involves some money and some things and some powerful relationships and respectful relationships and loving relationships and health and wealth and happiness, then this is what we're talking about today. All right, he says, those who achieve their goals versus those who fall short, the only difference is one little word, one word that is a struggle for most human beings on this planet, and that word is consistency. He says that consistency is the kind of consistency that requires effort, and you must force yourself into when your entire being is reaching for comfort. So everybody knows it. Today I'm going to go to the gym. This year I'm going to lose 40 pounds, which, by the way, VIP Bex, if you're in the chat, congratulations on your health journey. I'm so proud of you. I don't know if you're here yet this morning, but I will definitely jump into the Cosmic Collective and talk with you today. We need to celebrate you for sure. But it's like the person that's like, I'm going to go to the gym every single day. And Saturday comes around and their friends are like, hey girl, you want to go to brunch? And you're like, yeah, sure. And then like the gym is just like a distant thought in the mind, right? Versus like, yeah, girl, I'll go to brunch with you, but I got to get my steps in really quick. So like, can I meet you? Let's do like 11 o'clock instead of right now, right? So VIP Jewel says, I always say life is a trip and I love to travel. Haven't seen her yet, but yay, back. VIP Erin says, yeah, she'll sneak in on us, right? Yeah, life is a trip and I love that. That's awesome. And good morning, VIP Jules. VIP Jules, you changed your emojis. I like them. I like the new emojis. So he says that everybody is going to experience those moments where you just reach for the old habit, where you fall into the old version of you because it's easy, it's comfortable there, you know what to do there, versus I'm uncomfortable right now, I know that, but I'm going to push through. Now, he talks about pushing through exhaustion. I don't really know if I'm into that. For me, I'm not going to push through exhaustion, but I will still do something, right? So yesterday I was pretty tired. I had a lot of emotional energy that I had built up over my new way of doing things, being totally out of my own comfort zone, really pushing myself just in many different ways. And so yesterday I was like, you know what? Today is a little bit challenging for me. I don't feel as creative. I feel kind of like lost. Like I'm almost just sitting here like, what do I do today? Because I just feel like I went over this big mountaintop and now I'm like, okay, now what? Of course I have other things to do, right? But I had this moment of just like, like, whoa, right? So I decided to, in that moment where I was really feeling it, I felt very like stagnant and stuck, and I was kind of sitting at my computer like, and creatively blocked almost. I decided to meditate. That was helpful. And then a couple of hours later, it was still kind of that energy, and I took my dog for a walk, and that was helpful. And then on the walk, I told myself, on the walk, Lindsay, you're going to be out in nature and you're going to be enjoying yourself with your little doggy, and the sun will be shining on you and something creative will flow into your brain for you to post on TikTok because you have to post something in the next hour per your coach. And so when you go on this walk, it will help you. So I'm not like a push through exhaustion girly. I'm like a listen to your energy, honor it girly. But ultimately, if you honor your energy like I did yesterday, something will come to you that will help you stay consistent, right? So that's kind of my take on that. I'm not like push through the exhaustion. I'm honor your energy fully, but I do recognize that consistency requires something. What is consistency? You do it every single day. It is part of your routine. It's not like, oh, I'm feeling this today. It's like, no, this is part of my daily routine, and sorry, we're gonna have to work around it, right? VIP Catherine, thank you for the rose. Let me get caught up. Lenny, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the chat. VIP Jewel says, I did. Thank you. What a compliment. Kelly Queen says, hi. Did your work in Kodak in San Diego Zoo like 25 years ago? No. What? 25 years ago? Dang, how old do you think I am? Who is it here talking about Kelly M? It's Simon Sinek. VIP Aaron says, thanks to you, I've learned that. I'm having slow coffee this morning. I love that. Yeah. VIP Aaron says, but my alarm will go off in 6 minutes to shower. LOL, break's almost over. You aren't that old. I know. I was like, dang. What do you think I am? 60? Oh. Dang. All right. Anyway. Just kidding. It's not that big of a deal. I'm just joking. No, I did not ever work at the San Diego Zoo or any zoo for that matter. Sandra, welcome to the chat. Thank you for the follow. Okay. So he says there are 5 principles that help you remain consistent. Now, whether or not he talked through them, I don't know. I only made it through half the video and there was no like number 1. So I'm going to have to just give you what I've got so far. And tomorrow we'll hopefully be able to kind of finish the video and then come back to this 5 principle idea. But I think we'll get enough information today to get us on the right track, right? That little awe slipped out. You just look like someone I worked with. Diane, welcome to the chat. Thank you for the follow. Easy girl from the over 50-year-old. Yeah, no kidding. No, girl, I don't care about age. You guys know, but there's no way I was working at a zoo at 25 years ago. Just the math isn't mathing. Lisa Lips, welcome to the chat. Thank you for the follow. Okay. I don't care about age. My bestie is over 50 years old, my soul sister, so. For me, it's all about the vibes. You guys know that. Okay. My cuckoo clock is 4 minutes early, which is quite annoying. Okay, he says, it is important consistency is very important because motivation is not enough. This is why I always remind you guys, like, I don't want to be a motivational speaker. You're going to get my motivation every day inside the Cosmic Collective. You get it every morning when I hang out with you Monday through Friday here. But I don't want to be a motivational speaker. I want to be a life transformer. Like Bumblebee or something. Is that the name? I don't know the Transformers at all, you guys. I just know the yellow one, okay? I want to be a life transformer. So you hang out with me for an hour every morning. You're amped up. And then I've heard some of you say, and then after that, I'm like, what do I do next? And I'm like, you go out, you seize the day, you take action, you do something that is part of your system that is going to bring you to your goal, right? System to goal. And so that's why the Cosmic Collective, I think, is really truly born, not only so you can learn your energy and heal yourself so you can actually get to the consistent part of life, because the healing part is very important, right? If you're like in really low self-worth, you're not going to be consistent. You've got to figure that part out first, which I can help you do, right? And then we get to the consistent part. So I can motivate you inside of there, but we need more than just motivation. We need discipline. Ugh, I hated that word for many years. I was like, I can do what I want. And then I was like, geez, like I wasted so much time. Like when I reflect back, I'm like, Lindsay, like what were you doing? But I was like, you know, like I can't be hard on myself. There's no judgment here. I was a human flopping around on earth. I had no idea about my energy back then. So, you know, it's a journey, right? And we like to travel, as Jules says. VIP and Lindsay's doing the robot on a Wednesday. You guys. Oh boy. You know, it's good though because my energy was so low last night, so I feel much better, which is like, thank goodness. Accountability is key, VIP Jules says. You guys got the robot emojis, that's so great. Yeah, and accountability happens where? Inside the Cosmic Collective, with people that are going to keep you on track. Okay, he says, you need discipline to keep you moving forward even when you don't feel like it. I shared with you guys on Monday when I came back live on my morning show. On Sunday, I almost skipped yoga. I didn't want to go. I did not. Almost every Sunday, I don't want to go. That's real. But every time after I leave yoga, I say, wow, that was so good. I also say, wow, why don't the yoga instructors shut up? They talk for 90 minutes straight. It's so annoying. You want me to go back, far back, lean back. Babe, I can't. You are so annoying. Quiet so I can go back, okay? But anyway, that's my whole like issue with myself and yoga instructors. Kelly M, it is Simon Sinek. It's not a book. It is a YouTube video that I was watching. Simon Sinek, the guy that says start with why. He's a motivational and inspirational teacher. So, but anyway, what I decided is that Sunday mornings is yoga. That's just what it is. When we are in town, we go to yoga. Why? Because it feels good afterwards. During, it sucks. It's uncomfortable for 90 minutes. I'm sweating. It's in my eyes. My hair is crazy. I don't get to wear any makeup, so I look a little wild. My eyelashes are blonde in real life, right? But I go because it feels good and it sets me up for a really powerful week. You're welcome, Kelly. So I push through. I say, this is part of my regimen. This is part of my routine because it feels good. It's going to help me with my body. It sets me up. It helps me with digestion, with posture, with feeling good. And then the rest of the day on Sundays is so perfect. We get into this flow state. We tidy up the house together. We listen to really nice music. We drink a green smoothie. Sometimes we do lunch or an early dinner. We're in bed early. We go outside. It's just perfect, right? So that's like something that I would share with you around my discipline is like, okay, no, you don't want to do it, but in the long run, you do want it for your life. You want that feeling and you want the body, you want the physical strength, you want the discipline that it gives you because, I mean, going to hot yoga for 90 minutes will eventually give you serious discipline. It's not easy. Has anybody done it? VIP Aaron has, I know. VIP Jamie's in the house. Good morning, VIP Jamie. All right, he says, you need to push through exhaustion. We talked about that a little bit. I don't know about the push through exhaustion. I think honor your energy, like I did yesterday. Lie down if you need to for 20 minutes and then get back up and see how you feel. Take the walk. Take the 20 minutes of a walk outside. In that, it wasn't even 20 minutes. In that 10-minute walk with my little dog outside yesterday, I came back in, I had the video, I had the footage, I posted it in 2 seconds. I didn't even think about it. It was just like, post. And then I was like, there you go. That's my consistent TikTok work for the day, coach, right? Not hard. Not hard. He says we need to push through exhaustion, through doubt, through discomfort and failure because success isn't built on what we feel in the moment. It's built on what we commit to over time. I have committed to raising the frequency of the planet. How do I do that? By teaching you guys these things. By relaying information I've learned, by putting my own spin on it, by adding my own life stories so you can relate, right? By reminding you that the first 3 years of Lindsay with Love was me in front of a camera talking to nobody, was me selling my courses to nobody, right? But I kept going and I kept going and I kept going. And the moments I wanted to quit, I have a partner who is so amazing and so supportive that says, do not quit. You have something special here. People need to hear this. People need to interact with you. Don't quit. If you don't have that person, quitting is likely going to be what happens. If you need that person, join the Cosmic Collective. That's how you get access to me. And I will remind you of your dreams every day and I will remind you not to quit. Don't quit. Don't stop. You get halfway there. Remember, Abraham Hicks says, you're driving from San Diego to Los Angeles, California. You know you need to go north. You're driving and you're driving and you're driving. And then you're halfway there and you're kind of like, I don't know if I'm going, I don't know about this. I don't know, maybe this isn't the right direction. This looks a little strange. And rather than just consult the map, ask the person, you turn around and go all the way back to San Diego. Well, shit, what happened? You just lost all of your momentum. So keep going, keep going, keep going, right? Don't stop believing. Mic drop, VIP Jewel says. VIP Aaron says, powerful words. Consistency can have an easy feel. Discipline can feel forced. Yeah, exactly. Depending on how your mind works, right? Discipline to me feels hard. That word is hard for me. Consistency, still not really my vibe. Small action once a day, now we're talking. 10 minutes once a day, I'm in. I'm in. Sign me up. Okay. And so I say, okay, you want to lose weight, walk 10 minutes every single day. Just walk 10 minutes every single day. See what happens for 30 days, 60 days. And then maybe eventually what starts to happen is you start to see a little shift in the body, in the mirror. It looks a little different. You're starting to look a little different. And then it propels you. Now maybe you want to walk 20 minutes every single day. And you're walking 20 minutes every single day, and all of a sudden it's really starting to change. And you're like, holy shit, this is so awesome. And you walk 30 minutes a day. And then maybe you start to walk with bala bangles on your wrists, and you're like, okay, this feels good, right? And it just is this progression. But I like the word small actions every day. That's my phrase. 15-minute meditation every day, sign me up. 10 minutes to create a TikTok post, I'm there. Boom, what have I just done for myself? 10 minutes of walking every day, I walk more than that. I've built up my walking to about 40 to 60 minutes every day consistently, and then I get my additional steps in throughout the house, throughout the day, walking my dog, all those things. But you just build yourself up. And you don't have to do them all at once. But if you actually chose, like, okay, you've got 4 components of your health, right? You've got your mental health, your emotional health, your spiritual health, and your physical health. So 10 minutes of walking every day is your physical, or 20, or whatever you can do. You've got 10-minute meditation, there's your spiritual. You've got maybe reading something around positivity, reading a book around, getting over your own self-sabotage, something like that. That's your mental. And we could maybe combine with your emotional as well, right? Emotional, doing some art every single day, being creative, taking 10 minutes to crochet more toward your new outfit that you're creating. Take 10 minutes to leisurely read, filling yourself up with love. And all of a sudden, you've hit all 4 components of your life. This is Lindsay, this is not Simon Sinek, by the way. All 4 components of your life in 40 minutes. If you did 15 minutes in 1 hour. And then you've got all the rest of the time that you're awake in the day to do whatever else. How awesome is that? How awesome is that? Most people have an hour lunch break, and they could do all the things in that hour lunch break. You could. So even if you say, well, I work a 9 to 5, I would say, okay, well, get off campus on your lunch break, meditate for 15 minutes in your car, read the book for 10 minutes in your car, take a few minutes to eat. Let's be real, people don't take an hour to eat. Everybody eats very rushed in my world besides me. And then the other things I mentioned. Listen to a powerful podcast for 10 minutes. I mean, you could actually habit stack, and you could do 2 of those things in 20 minutes, in one scoop. You could get on the treadmill and get your steps in while listening to the podcast. Boom, you've knocked out 2 in 10 minutes, right? So it doesn't really have to take that much effort. It just needs to stay consistent. Coffee Talk Jen says, this is validating. I keep waiting to want it. Yep, you got to go make it. You got to go create your life. Life is not going to come create for you. You've got to go create it. Thank you for all the gifts, you guys. VIP Aaron, thank you for lighting up my gift gallery, for the TikToks, and for the finger hearts. And VIP Catherine says, VIP Jules, I know, starting to believe there's strong energy portal in Michigan. Michiganders in the house. Oh, yeah. Shh, it's our best kept secret. Are you doing any knitting these days, VIP Aaron? I'm not. My scarf that I was starting with true knitting, I bought wooden, what are they called? Needles, knitting needles. And I was going along, getting my groove and creating this little scarf just for my first round of knitting, not crocheting, knitting. And I leaned over on the bed, and then I heard, and I was like, and then I broke the needle. So I didn't buy any new ones yet. Quite frankly, just have not had the space in my schedule or the desire. So I haven't done any, but I've been crocheting in the background. And it's been a slow project because I'm doing something that requires, it's a very slow stitch. It's called a slip stitch, which is like the smallest stitch in crochet, which means things take a long time with a very small stitch, right? But at the end, it's gonna be very cute. So I'm excited. And I wore my crochet outfit out the other day, and I just felt like a whole vibe. My partner, one of my things when I travel is to get a little, a cap, like a women's cap from the little gift stores at the hotels. So when we were in Beverly Hills last, we were staying at the Beverly Hilton, and my partner went down and grabbed me a hat, because I have like from all different little hotels, like boutique hotels and whatever. They always have these cute gift stores. I get the hat. I don't know why. It's a thing we started back in Santa Monica, and we just keep going with it. And the hat was very disappointing for me because it was a white hat, or sorry, Beverly Hilton, their colors are white with red writing. So you would think the hat would be white with red writing. And I'm like, that's so cute. Like, I'm super stoked for that. And he came back and it was like this green, and by the way, this is my sister's color. This is not my vibe. This color is not my vibe. This Pink is my vibe. I thought this was gonna be pink, but I accidentally hit the wrong color when I bought it. So it is what it is. It was this color hat. And I was like, what am I gonna do with this color hat? And I was like, you can take it back. And he was like, really? And I was like, okay, I'll keep it. Then I was like, oh my gosh, my crochet outfit, one of them is green, this color green shorts. So I guess I don't hate it, but green shorts with kind of like a tan. And it was just like perfect. Anyway, I don't know why I got into that story, but there's that for you. Oh, let's keep going. Oh, because I was talking about my crochet outfits. Yeah, there we go. Catherine says VIP Jules, might look into it. Look at all the high vibe peeps in Michigan. VIP Mel L is in the house. I start to meditate before I get up. VIP Brenda, that's awesome. VIP Jules says VIP Catherine, I know. I think Michigan is finally starting to become more noticed. I don't know, Michigan, I get kind of weird vibes still, but okay, maybe that's just me. But when I grew up there, so I think I can say that. Good morning, Dreamo. Welcome to the chat. VIP Jules says, VIP Brenda, love that. I meditate and count my blessings every morning as I wake up and at night. That's awesome. Alana, welcome to the chat. Thank you for the follow. Okay, let's keep going, you guys. Good morning, Kiki on YouTube. Welcome to the show. He says, it's your willingness to keep going even when the excitement is gone and trusting the process, knowing small, consistent actions taken today shape your tomorrow. Shape your tomorrow. That's why it's kind of hard, like and he talks about it later, but I'll just remind you, try your best not to compare yourself with somebody who's already got what you have. You don't know what they did in the background. You have no idea what they were doing, right? So these like overnight successes, it's not real. It's just one time like finally you went viral and then all of a sudden people know your name, right? I have not been I don't think I could ever say I was like ever an overnight success. You guys have watched me. Some of you have been watching me since I had 6,000 followers and you're here now and I have 34,000 and it's been months. It's not an overnight success. Now, could it be that I pop off one day and I gain like, I don't know, 100,000 in one day? Yeah, of course. I'm not going to say no to that. All I'm saying is you've been here and you've watched the trajectory, so you know. And it does become exponential, right? The growth becomes quick. But quantum leaping, yeah, it happens once in a while, but that's not usually the story. I am from Michigan, VIP Jamie. Beautiful, welcome to the chat. Thank you for the follow. I've known you for almost a year now. Yeah, exactly, Catherine. That's awesome. Oh my gosh. VIP Catherine, I was actually thinking about that in our last TikTok, in our last spiritual chat inside the Cosmic Collective just the other night, Monday night. I was thinking about you and I was like, I wonder how long we've known each other. And I was gonna go back to like our first email exchanges to see, simply because I wanted to point out your own growth to you. When I first met you, Catherine, to this Catherine, totally different people. Totally different people. Yeah, we're all different people now. Yeah, exactly. And look, a year has gone by. So a year of hanging out with me, a year of being reminded who you are, a year of learning your energy, a year of working on your chakra system, a year of making difficult decisions for the great and better, for the betterment of your long-term vision, sticking with them, moving through them, feeling the discomfort, transcending past them. Holy cow. In a year, right? Crazy. I know I've been watching since late May, beginning of June. VIP Deborah says, I wish there was a way to know how long we've been with you. VIP Jewel says, she's different from even 2 months ago, so I can only imagine. So proud of her and us all. Exactly. And so for those of you that are listening and you're like, who are these people in the chat? These people in the chat are not just these people. They're very powerful women. And they have been hanging out with me for quite some time. They have joined the Cosmic Collective and they have taken control of their realities. They have shifted their mindsets. They have honored they've calmed down the nervous system. They've tapped into their emotions. They've understood themselves better. They're understanding when they're being impulsive, when they're being clear-minded. They're making decisions with clarity, you know, in those moments of like calm. They've got the support inside when shit's hitting the fan, because let's be real, it does sometimes, especially on the journey when you're learning energy, learning your emotions. And if that is something that you desire, then you should join the Cosmic Collective. Tony says, I wish TikTok would give me the date that I started following you. That would be so interesting. VIP Catherine says to VIP Jewel, thanks friend. VIP Deborah says, mindful of everything we say because words are very powerful. Amen to that, my friend. All right, let's keep going. He says, Simon Sinek says, true success, meaningful success, is never instant, but it's earned through patience, effort, and willingness to do the work even when nobody is watching. Lindsay, 2021 Lindsay, clairaudience turned on. I always had it, but it finally like recognized it for what it was. 2021 Lindsay started distant energy healing for free over the internet with strangers. 50 plus strangers, free, giving my energy, collecting reviews. 2021 Lindsay created a chakra healing course. That's it. And I kept trying and sharing and testing and trying and implementing and trying and sharing and trying and trying. And then 2022 Lindsay, things started to pick up, sort of, not really. 2023 Lindsay, I can look at my financials right now. I know the exact levels that I was in. 2022, not that great. 2023, not that great. 2024, things started to shift. 2024, you guys, last year, the end of 2023, 2024, things started to shift. For 3 years, talking to myself. Talking to myself, pretending I had an audience, right? So allow yourself to be patient. Allow yourself the journey. The journey is so beautiful. And Simon Sinek says that it's not inspiring. Inspiring stories aren't the ones that are easy. You're not inspired when you meet somebody that has a thriving business and they're like, yeah, my parents fund this business for me and I just started building it, and yeah, I've never had an issue worrying about my cash flow. I never had to wonder if I was going to have rent paid. I never had to think about, if I could go out and get my groceries. My parents helped me build this whole thing. That's not inspiring. You're like, okay, that's like, I'm happy for you. That's dope that your parents can do that for you. But it's not the most exciting and inspiring story because most people don't have that. The inspiring story is the one that's relatable. I was in the trenches. I wanted to give up so many times. I was insecure. I didn't know what I was doing, but I kept going and I kept trying and I kept testing and collecting data and testing and collecting data. And then all of a sudden one day it worked. And then I got better because I was looking at what was working and I was revising and I was tweaking and I was like, oh, I got this now. And then it worked some more. And that is the excitement of it all, right? That's the excitement of it all. VIP Deborah says, I was thinking it was April, May, or June. Jamie says the CC has been the biggest blessing. Well, we are so grateful you are with us, Jamie. Truly, truly. Okay, he says, Simon Sinek says that the stories that are most inspiring are stories of challenges that are overcome, of hurdles and of discipline, of making decisions about who you want to become, not about how you feel in the moment. It's in the moments where motivation has disappeared. Where is the motivation that your true character is built? Are you going to stand in your integrity or are you going to lie to yourself? He says, embracing the discomfort means you are able to rely on your own discipline and to keep you moving forward, refusing to quit because you have decided that your commitment is greater than your emotions. I have committed myself to teaching people energy through various tools. Astrology is one of them. Chakras is another. Calming the mind. Subconscious reprogramming is another, right? So these are the tools I use. I've committed myself to helping you understand how to use them too. And sometimes I don't want to do something. Sometimes I don't. Tired. I'd rather lay out by the pool, especially the summertime's coming. I know I'm going to be at that pool, so I better get a better schedule for myself, right? But I do it anyway because I've said, this is what I want to do with my life. I've decided. And I know because I've decided and I've told the universe, I will be rewarded for that. I will be rewarded for my discipline. I'll be rewarded for my bravery, for my courage, for my consistency, for willingly giving. I willingly give and I graciously receive, right? VIP Deborah says, it was late May or June. I only know that because I was watering flowers. I remember you saying I was outside watering flowers, VIP Aaron. I remember that. That's actually really cool. VIP Aaron says, VIP Deborah, and you were before me. VIP Deborah says, I'm thinking we had a girl call through the universe and we all joined about the same time. It's like, ladies, come together. Get information, come on. Nicholas says, I've been using Abraham Hicks every morning and you beautiful coaches. Thank you. Yep, that's perfect. Abraham Hicks is perfect too. Yeah, everybody was around the same time. You guys kind of all like congregated and you were like, we're doing this. So yeah, it's been an awesome journey with all of you. And every time we connect and interact, it just becomes more fun and more lighthearted. And the more that we stand in that energy and create that synergy that I was talking about in the collective, we advance our lives. It's so freaking awesome. Okay, he says, the question isn't, are you motivated? It's, are you disciplined? Now, we don't like the word discipline, some of us. Ugh! If you close your eyes, you listen, you hear with your ears, listen with your feelings, I'm going to say the word, tell me how it feels. Discipline. Mine felt a little in the solar plexus, but it didn't feel so bad this time. I'm getting comfortable with the word. Now close your eyes, let's do it again. Consistency. Clairaudience, when I said the word consistency, my clairaudience came in and said, I got this. Instantly. It was like, my higher self was like, I got this, you got this. Let's do it again. Close the eyes, listen with the, hear with the ears, listen with the feelings, feel in the body, tap in. 10-minute actions every single day. What are you vibing with? Choose one. Discipline, hard. Consistency, I heard guilt. We're going to get to that in 1 second. VIP Aaron, interesting. VIP Deborah says, I felt a shaking in my heart. VIP Deborah says, 100% true. Every time we gather, we move forward. Yep. I got, okay. VIP Brenda says, okay, that sounds pretty easy. He says, VIP Aaron, are you, we got to get going to, I was 10 minutes late to my show, so I want to kind of push 10 minutes, but I don't want to push too far. I want to share with you, VIP Aaron, because you said consistency, I heard guilt, and I want to go with that conversation. So I'm going to skip a little bit of ahead. And this is what he says. He says consistency. This is where I ended my own listening, by the way. So we're kind of caught up anyway. He says consistency is the foundation upon which trust is built. Trust is the most valuable currency in relationships, business, and leadership. It is earned through action, reliability, and the unwavering commitment of being who we say we are. A lack of consistency erodes trust with others and within ourselves. And losing our trust, and when we lose our trust, we begin to question our capabilities, our decisions, and our own potential. When you break your own trust over and over again, it sends a program to your subconscious that your words do not hold weight and you are someone who does not follow through. And the worst part is, the next time you set a goal, a tiny voice inside your head says, why bother? You won't stick to it anyway. Simon Sinek, you guys, that was not Lindsay, so make it clear that was not, those are not my words, but that is a mic drop freaking moment. That is a mic drop moment. And I was like, that's so true. It's so true. How many times have you started and you stopped? And that's why I always say to people that want to listen, integrity is the one thing you can control in your life, your integrity. Are you somebody who does what you say you are going to do? And if you're not one of those people, then stop talking about it. It is so annoying for the people that do. I walk my talk. Why? Because I'm a leader. Why? Because that's who I am and that's who I've decided I want to be. But if you're not one of those people, then quiet. People like me get very annoyed with people like you. Okay, okay. That's why the 10-minute action, pick one, especially if you just heard that and you're like, that's me, holy cow, that's me. Pick one 10-minute action. Don't overwhelm yourself. Don't overwhelm your systems. Pick one. That's why inside the Cosmic Collective, I'm like, one, you guys. That's great that you have like a billion things you want to do. Pick one focus, because you've got to build the trust within yourself. I can do this 10-minute action every single day. Once you build the trust, you can add in more to your system. But until you get that trust, the subconscious programming is there that says you're not going to do it. Why are you kidding yourself? And that sucks. So you got to flip that first. We've got to flip that first. Charlize is in the house. Oh my gosh. Good morning, Charlize. I didn't even see you sneak in. Oh, you just got here. All right. Oh, okay, yes, that is an interesting pairing, consistency and trust. Wow, yeah. Thank you for helping me, VIP Aaron, with Nicola's question. VIP Catherine says, oof, didn't need to feel called out this morning. Girl, you called yourself out. I wasn't calling anybody out. I was just sharing what I learned today. Don't call yourself out, unless you want to, of course. VIP Jamie says, resonated. VIP Catherine's laughing now. She's like, okay. I have this book. I need to reread it. Damn. You don't need to reread it, VIP Aaron. You just given yourself more work. I just shared it with you. You don't need to reread it. That is the biggest takeaway. If that hit you, don't reread the whole book. Don't waste time doing something. You already have the knowledge. Don't waste time rereading the knowledge. Just implement it. Implement it, right? Rereading the book is just wasting a couple hours. You already have it. I just shared it with you. Heard. Okay, thank you. It's okay. Calling myself out holds the mirror up so I can face it. Okay, VIP Catherine. That's okay, calling. Okay, let's see. VIP Aaron. Peacocks are my sign from my guides. Just glance at my display and it's a peacock during that. LOL, heard. Ah! Powerful. Synchronicity. Okay. VIP Jewel says, I missed a bunch. My Wi-Fi crashed. Gonna have to rewatch what I missed. I'm gonna reread it and then we're gonna go to manifesting. VIP Charlie says, I get so annoyed with myself when I don't have the energy to do what I want to do. Well, you missed the beginning of the show where I talked about energy, and you can honor your energy. Sarah says, discipline is just what you do, like a diet is just what you eat. Yeah, it's a lifestyle. So if you don't like the word discipline, put it as a routine. If you don't like the word routine, this is my system. If you don't like the word system, consistency. If you don't like the word consistency, 10-minute actions every single day. For 10 minutes, you can write in gratitude journaling. For 10 minutes, you can meditate. For 10 minutes, you can, and it's just, okay, this morning I'm gonna do 10 minutes here. So for me, like every morning, I get my steps in and I get my mental in, right? Because I'm listening to motivational things while I walk. So boom, boom, I've already done 2. So this afternoon, I'm gonna meditate. My morning routine is just like, meditation is just not fitting in it right now. So I'll meditate in the afternoon. I like an afternoon meditation. I do a lot of work in the morning, and then I meditate, and then I do some more work. It's beautiful. And then that's it, right? That's it. All right, let's keep going, you guys. That's why the transformation side of the Cosmic Collective is so powerful for a lot of you already, because you're already doing, we started in February, actually. Remember I taught you the systems to the goal? What is your system? That was intentional. And then it just so happened beautifully that the 6-month transformation idea came along, perfectly aligned with the eclipse back at the end of March, or beginning of March, end of February, right? We started in March. Now we're in month 2, and some of you have already seen really serious progress. Really serious progress. It's so awesome. 10 minutes. Lisa's in the house. VIP Gabby's in the house. I started doing it, VIP Gabby. Well, Gabby, I can't wait to hear what little action you decided to take. We don't need to overwhelm the nervous system. We don't need to overwhelm the nervous system. In fact, you'll start to do these little actions and you're going to calm down your nervous system, and that's even more beautiful. All right. If you are interested in hanging out with me and really powerful people inside the Cosmic Collective, join today. Don't waste another minute. If you're like, okay, I need somebody to help me. I'll let you guys hear my cuckoo clock. If I need somebody to help me, if I need somebody to tell me I'm getting a little bit sidetracked. Sometimes I share with my partner, I'm like, babe, I have this idea to launch this course. I have this idea to do this platform. And he's like, he'll ask me, he's like, are you losing focus? And I'll say, he goes, is that going to help you reach the current goal you have? Is adding more onto your plate going to help you? Or should you focus back in? Have you lost your focus? And I'll say, yes, I've lost my focus. And then he'll say, okay, don't do it right now. Finish this, and then if you want to later, jump in, right? You need somebody to bring you back to focus sometimes, right? That's okay, no big deal. All right, let's get on to sorry, not meditating. We're not meditating together, we're manifesting together. For those of you that are VIPs, we're switching over to VIP only live. How awesome to have a beautiful partner. He is the best. We are soulmates for sure. If you are interested in becoming a VIP and switching over to Wednesday through Friday, you get manifesting an energetic wave with me into a special kind of chat. We're doing that now. Click the button right here. VIP Brenda says, you just brought me back to focus. VIP Gabby says, I'm also doing the life circle. Ooh, I love that. Click the button down here, subscribe, become a VIP. YouTubers, have a great day. I will see you guys back here tomorrow. Have a great day, YouTubers. I hope to see some of you inside the Cosmic Collective.